The Iowa caucuses have long been used as a testing ground and to gain exposure to the national political scene for candidates of both parties. They first gained prominence in 1972, when the Democrats decided to move their caucus ahead of the New Hampshire primary. After seeing the Democrats' success, the Republicans decided to hold theirs the same day 4 years later for the next presidential election year. The Republican and Democratic caucuses use different processes to determine which candidate will win their precinct's support. The Republican caucus consists of people in the community getting together to discuss the different candidates and issues. They then vote with secret ballots to choose their candidate. After the votes are tallied, delegates are voted to move on to county, district, state, and eventually the national convention. The Democrats' process, however, is slightly more complicated. They meet and discuss the candidates and issues, then break up into different preference groups. Each group represents a different candidate, including an undecided group. Debate and discussion continues until the preference group is determined to be viable. Viability occurs if the group has 15% of the total people in attendance. If a group is not viable, they must disperse and combine with another preference group. Delegates are selected for each group and sent on to conventions in similar style to the Republicans. Both Democrats and Republicans met on Tuesday, January 3rd to officially begin the nomination process for the presidency. Of course, the Democrats will be certifying Barack Obama as their nominee, so attention and expectations are riding high with Republicans.
Do you feel that it's really important to come to events like this to kind of exercise your rights in a society
I
such as
love
ours?
it. It's American. It's awesome. People fought and died for our right to have a say in our government, and it's a great opportunity. You bet. I love it.
And so do you think that it's especially important here in Iowa to do that, being that we're the first in the nation?
Um, it's probably important everywhere, but I think it's a great privilege and unique responsibility and opportunity.
The fateful day had arrived. Shenandoah residents flocked to their caucus sites, eager to exercise their right in the selection of the next President of the United States. Turnout across the state was up for Republicans, including in Page County. The Shenandoah news team staked out Shen's second precinct. As the evening approached 7 p.m., the high school library filled to full capacity. The first individuals to address their friends and neighbors stood in support of Ron Paul and of Tom Latham, who needed petitions signed for the congressional race. Another volunteer speaker enthusiastically shared her thoughts on how she came to her decision of who she came to support.
Rick Santorum. He has been a Senate committee chairman, voted by his peers. He's fought for life and against partial birth abortion. He's also fought for fiscal responsibility both inside and outside of Congress. Quite honestly, I think the Republican Party needs someone of conviction who's not just intelligent, but who's got a heart and who says and fights for what they believe. Before you do vote, I'd like you to just, if you would consider those things and consider someone against our current president. I believe especially young people are looking for someone who really believes something and really lives what they believe. And I don't think they're going to be fooled by anything else. Or I just don't think they're going to be driven to the polls by anything else.
The time had come. Small slips of paper were passed around the room, then collected and counted by volunteers. When the results were announced, Rick Santorum won Shen's second precinct with 28 votes, followed closely by Ron Paul and had Mitt Romney in third.
On the other side, 44 Democrats gathered in the Shenandoah Middle School cafeteria to show their support for President Obama. They watched President Obama via video call, where he highlighted that work has been done but needs 4 more years to achieve all of his goals.
The news broadcasts across the country announced the original winner of the Iowa caucuses as Mitt Romney by 8 votes. In the days that followed, Rick Santorum was determined to be the winner after all precincts had officially reported. In looking ahead to 2016, Iowans will need to continue to improve communication and reporting to maintain their first-in-the-nation status, although the integrity and the heritage of Iowa caucuses must be preserved as grassroots democracy in action.